Hi everybody, how you doing? My name is Steve Greene, and I have lived the past 3 years of my life underneath the following mantra. If you don't try, you won't fail. Which makes sense. If you don't set out to be good at something, you will never disappoint yourself. Laziness is everywhere. And I find it interesting that people, when it comes to the lottery, they wait until the jackpot's up to $250 million before they buy a ticket. Are you too good for the usual 1 or 2 million? Like, I'm not. I'll take that money right now. I'll take it tomorrow. But what happens if when you win? And what's that conversation like? It's like, oh Christ, honey, we just won $2 million. Yeah, I know. Now we'll never be able to afford DVDs at Barnes & Noble. I know. But laziness is everywhere, even when it comes to free money. And with laziness comes profiling. I've noticed that people automatically profile you wherever you go. You always hear on the news the shocked neighbor who can't believe they live next door to a guy with a sex dungeon. Like, they're always interviewed and they're like, well, hell, you mean to tell me that guy had a human skid mask mill in his basement? But he used to wave at me while he got his mail. Because surely people with that trait couldn't turn out to be psychotic killers or anything like that. Oh, hell, you mean to tell me that guy was selling human hand candle holders on Craigslist? But that doesn't make sense because he used to walk outside, get into his car, and drive to work every day. Because surely people who walk, wave, or have cars don't partake in the selling of human skull bowls. But this is why I have chosen to specifically profile each and every person I meet, just in case. You, sir, on the text messaging. I don't know you, but I can probably tell you like to use human tongues as a shower loofah. And that keeps me safe. I also love how the guy on the news, like the reporter guy, he turns to the lady next to him and he's like, I just can't believe, Gloria, that a man like the BTK killer was a father. Absolutely unbelievable. Can you believe, Gloria, did you know that he had 2 arms? He did. He has a nose right in the middle of his face, which I thought was interesting. Gloria, did you know that? But if we could get serious for a moment, being a father is something that I very much look forward to someday. But you always wonder if your sacrifice is going to be worth it. Every time that I come home from Panda Express with a 3-item, and I pop in Above the Law with Steven Seagal, essentially declaring that my night is over, I always picture a solemn Cro-Magnon tribesman, a progenitor of my bloodline, huddled up in a ball on a cold cave floor, trying to keep his newborn baby warm, thinking someday all of this sacrifice will have been worth it. As 1,000 years in the future, I finish eating my fortune cookie before I read it for luck. So don't disappoint your ancestors, folks. They died so you could finish your horse barn in Farmville. Yes, they died. They crumbled to the floor and died so that you could walk in front of me in Arby's and order your beef witch and leave a heavier man. Can you imagine some caveman getting eaten by a hawk trying to protect his family? So that 1,000 years in the future, Levi Johnston can get rich and get nude and get paid? And that is what he sacrificed for? Which brings me to my next point. I don't care who you are. People who are killed by snakes should be ashamed of themselves. Are any of you superstitious?
Yes. Slightly.
Yeah. I used to knock on wood until I realized that in doing so, I basically accept the premise that God is up there waiting to hear me say, well, at least I haven't fallen off a cliff. And he's going, oh yeah? Oh, I've been waiting to hear you say that a long time. I'm about to fix that right now. Oh man, I've been waiting to hear you say that a long time. I'm about to fix it right now. I'm about to punch you right off a cliff. Oh, you're going to go right off a cliff. And I'm like, well, knock on wood, just in case, right guys? Oh, damn it, how do they know to do that? How do they know to do that? It's like God's up there waiting to hear you say, well, everybody, at least we're healthy, huh? That's great. Happy Thanksgiving. Goes, oh, yeah, you think you're healthy? I'm about to get you and your whole family. Oh, man, Mr. Greene, I've been waiting for this day a long time. I'm about to give you guys some real serious problems. Knock on wood, everybody. I love all of you. Oh, damn it, how'd that leak? How did that leak out of these pearly gates that they could do that? I'm not a very social guy. That's my crossover. Thank you. I don't like what is it? Small talk. It's not. Really, I don't like it. So to avoid it, I like to stay inside. And when I stay inside, I like to talk to spirits. All right, this is my bit where I talk about talking to spirits. So it's like last Friday night, and it's about 2 in the morning, and I'm alone working on the Ouija board, and there was definitely something in the room with me. Like there was a spiritual apparition, and it was in the room with me, and I could feel it. So I was nervous. I was like, oh my god, I'm talking to a ghost. This is crazy. So I was like, hey. And the ghost was like, hey. I was like, how's it going? Wow. And the ghost was like, good. I'm like, good, that's great, that's really good. That's awesome. How's the afterlife? And the ghost is like, it's cool. I was like, yeah, that's really cool. That's very cool. Awesome. And the ghost was like, yeah, I gotta go, man. My ride's here. So I was going through my Netflix queue. Yeah. Clear, poignant transitions is what that's what I banked on. So I was going through my Netflix queue for the weekend, and I noticed this little tab. It says, based on the past titles you've enjoyed, here are the following recommendations. This is true, by the way, because everything else I said was crap. Here are our following recommendations. 1980s action movies starring Sylvester Stallone. 1990s cop movies starring Steven Seagal. And I was sort of looking around the room, even though nobody was there. I was looking around the room, and I was like, oh my god. Netflix is kind of telling me that I'm a badass. And it's true, I am. Thank you very much, I'm Steve Greene.